So the very first thing you want to do is to head to the site canva.com if you're using a system, and in case you're using a mobile device, head to either your app store or your play store and simply search for Canva. Once you do that, download and install the application and proceed with the next steps. Now, so for you're inside this homepage in canva.com or in the application itself, all you want to do next is to click on this area where you have create. Click on create, and after clicking on create, you can simply scroll down. If you scroll down, you're going to see the area for logo. And in case you don't see it, all right, in case you don't see logo, this is it here. All you simply have to do is to come here to what would you like to create and then type in logo. Once you type in logo, just simply search for it, and now you can see several options of logos you can design from. So now we're focusing on the main logo, which is this particular one. Now, what you want to do next is to simply click on it. Now, after clicking on it, as you guys can see, Canva is going to bring out a blank template for you to actually start designing from. Now, this is what you want to do next. In this area where you have template, you want to search for a keyword related to what your logo is going to be about, related to the business you want to use the logo for, or a personal activity you want to use it for, whatever niche or whatever idea your logo is going to be related to. Then you want to search for a keyword related to that. For example, let's say I want to create a logo based on let's say a normal clothing business. For example, clothing business. So all I have to do now is to search for clothing. You want to search for a keyword. All right, so if you see, I search for clothing, and now we have several templates we can select from, and we can start designing, start adjusting based on it. So this is how it works on Canva. You want to search for a keyword related to the type of logo you want to create, and then once you search for it, scroll through and look for something that suits what you love. For example, let's say this particular one is what I'm okay with. Okay, so all I have to do is to click on it. Now, once I click on it, I can select from either the first one or the second one, which I'm going to be going for the first one here. Now, as you guys can see, after selecting it, it's going to show out on the blank template that Canva generated at first. Now, what you simply have to do next is to start editing this particular logo to your taste, and that's basically how it works. So for example, you want your logo to be unique. You don't want your logo to just be a random logo you picked on Canva. So all you can start doing, okay, is to start optimizing where we have the elements. We call it elements. You can see this area, elements, right? Now you can start searching for elements also related to what your logo is about. For example, I can search for clothing. Okay, so I'm going to search for clothing over here. And as you guys can see here in the graphics, you want to go to the area for graphics, okay, since it's a logo. Now here in graphics, you can see several elements you can actually replace the main element with. Okay, so in case I don't want this particular lady, I can delete it, and then I can look for something way better. Okay, the idea is for you to just search for something related to it. So let's say I want to use this one instead. As you guys can see, so since I'm using this one, okay, it's going to be unique. It already changed something. Okay, it's not going to be the normal template of Canva itself. Okay, so now once you added the elements, all you have to do next is to obviously change the text itself. Okay, so let's say it's going to be KitKat clothing store, for example. So I can say KI and then put the space KitKat. Okay, for example, I'm trying to make it align with the logo style. Okay, so let's drag this. In case you want to drag it, if you're using a mobile device, just simply click on it, use your fingers to drag it. If you're using a PC like me, do the same thing. Okay, it's all about idea, it's all about what you have in mind, and you're trying to make it a reality. Okay, so now we have KitKat, and then I can edit this. All you have to do to edit is to double click, and then as you guys can see, it's going to be highlighted. Now I can make it clothing store. Great, and now it's perfect. Now in case you don't want this, okay, or in case you want to create multiple colors, let's say you don't want your brand, your clothing brand or your business type of logo to just be a single color, then feel free to click on this area where you have duplicate. So click on duplicate. Let's say you want 3 colors for your business or for whatever purpose you're using the logo for. All right, now all you have to do next is to start changing the color, is to start clicking on each of the elements. Just click on each of the elements. Come here to text color. Let's say my second color is going to be, let's say, red, for example. So come here to text color, search for red, or just simply click on this over here. And then as you guys can see, we have red. Want to do the same thing for every element on this logo. Okay, so as you guys can see, I'm going to make it red. All you have to do is to click on it and just start selecting the area for color, and that's it. So now I have a normal black and white, I have the red version, and then let's say the final one is going to be yellow. The same thing, just click on it, click on this area, change it to yellow, click on this, click on the color. The same thing on a mobile device. You're going to see it at the bottom. Once you click on it at the bottom, you're going to see the color area. Okay, so once I click on this as well, I can change it to yellow, and then that's basically how it works. Now, in case you want to design your logo as well, I want to add more things inside. You don't just want it to look this plain. Okay, all you have to do, like I made mention of, is to optimize the area where you have elements. So all I have to do next is come here again to elements, and then let's say I want to start adding stars. I want to add dot icons. I want to add something, a line, whatever it might be. Just search for it here in the element. So let's say I want to add stars, for example. So I'm going to search for stars. Okay, and as you guys can see, we have several stars I can actually use on my logo. So let's say I want to use this, or let me look for something else. Let's say I want to use, I think I like this one rather, or this one. Let's say I want to use this one, for example, as you guys can see. So all you have to do is just select that element and then adjust it to make it look so good on your logo. So let's say this is how I want my logo to be. Okay, as you guys can see, everything is purely element. This is basically how it works on Canva. It is so easy. Okay, and all I have to do again is to copy it, just Ctrl C, or if you're using a mobile device, just hold it down and then copy. Come here again and paste it on all the samples. Paste it on all the samples, and same thing applies for you to change the color. Okay, it's the same thing. Just click on it. Okay, once you click on it, you can see it's going to bring out all the colored areas. So just change it to the exact color you made that particular logo. Okay, so you can see everything now is red. Same thing applies here. Okay, so change everything to yellow. As you guys can see, it is so easy. So in summary, once again, all you have to do is to come here to Canva, search for logo. Once you're inside the logo and Canva brings out the blank template, all you have to do is to search under the area for templates. Search for something related to the type of logo you want to create. Once you search for it, select whatever one you're okay with from the examples or from the templates. Once you select it, it's going to bring it out on the blank templates, and then from there you can start editing it. That's basically how it works. That's basically how to design a logo on Canva. You don't need complicated methods. This is how easy it is. Okay, it's all about what you have in mind, and then you using elements in Canva to create what you have in mind. Okay, and now finally, once you're ready to download it as a PDF or a normal picture, all you have to do is to come here to where you have share. So click on share here. Once you click on share, as you guys can see, we have download over here. Okay, so it's this download you're going to click on, and now you want to download everything. Do you want to download just a single page, or do you want to customize the pages you want to download? Okay, so it depends on what you want. So let's say I want to download everything. Okay, I want to download all the pages. Okay, so I'm going to go for all, and then let's say I want to download them as a PDF because I want the quality to be there, so I can go to a printing shop to print it. Okay, depending on what you want, a picture, PDF, whatever it might be, just select it and then finally click on download, and then you have your logo downloaded to your device. So this is it here, guys. This is basically how it works. That's why I said this is going to be the best and simplest tutorial you're going to come across in terms of designing a logo on Canva. And this is basically how it works. I want to leave you all learned a whole lot in this video in just a few minutes. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also, feel free to drop a like on this video, and feel free to share this video with your friends and family members. And I'll see you guys in my next highly informative video. Thanks for watching.